Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TCS. It is the final night of Week 1. It's Squeaky Clean and Mythical Rejects in Division 1. Galloway Sackett joining me for the first time. How are you doing, my good sir?
Doing fantastic, brother. I am enjoying my first week off being on call and now get to spend it casting with you. Can't imagine a better thing to be doing on a Monday night.
Oh, I absolutely can, but that is to know it is it's always a nice night, you know. There's a good, we got a good group of casters going. You know, I told KJ he's one of my favorite people to cast with. Galloway, you're top 2. Obviously, I'm number 1, but still. It is going to be a good night of Rocket League. We have seen some incredible matches for the first week. We saw possibly the greatest series that I will have you watch back, Galloway. The very first match in Titans Championship Series. A banger. 1 goal difference, game 4. Could not split the teams any separately. We had a reverse sweep already. We've had sweeps. We've had just blowouts. And right now, we're getting to see what these two teams are made of. And I think we're in for another banger.
You know, I would absolutely agree, especially with all these names of people that I recognize and have watched play multiple times. I am looking absolutely. There's no words I can put into how much I want to just watch and enjoy this, Chris. But I gotta also cast too, so I'll find those words eventually. I promise.
Absolutely. Galloway, send the message, get the players on the field, and we will get into game 1. Best of 5 on the mark. Squeaky Clean with Vulcan, Yeet, and Too Cool going up against Mythical Rejects in Laggy Puppy, DFAT, and Stoobs. And this Mythical Rejects team, I have to say, is one team that I am looking out for to see how their communication fares. They've played a lot together, or at least they have played relatively, you know, they've got chemistry. Stoobs is the middle ground. DFAT and Laggy Puppy have both played with Stoobs. So Stoobs is this player that I am looking to see how he will fare.
Yeah, because it'd be very interesting to see how he gets to play in with all these other names out here. And not only, Stu being a person to watch out for, but I'm about to say Laggy Puppy is going to be another one who, if people you know his name, you know his skill. And there he comes coming off the wall with very little boost, getting around Too Cool, trying to get off the back wall. And then I think it was Yeet in the net, just could not get up in time. That's going to be the first goal, 35 seconds in. And you know what? This is a pretty clean first goal. Pretty clean.
Yeah, and right now I am fighting why numbers are showing up for names. I believe that is a glitch with Barrel right now, but nonetheless, we will get into it. DFAT finds Laggy in field, shot way downfield. Yeet is going to extend this again, trying to get that back infield, looking for someone. Laggy running low on boost, can only get it to the side. Too Cool, who is the sub up in this game. Hayden unable to make it, but Too Cool on the Division 2 team, taking a big win earlier this week for his team. Or no, he lost. I apologize. He was one of the people that got beat, but yes, unfortunately, players are showing up as numbers right now. And
one of the things I've hated lately, which is a bug in Rocket League, not Barrel, is the boost counter just resetting. So I never know how much boost somebody actually has. I hate that, but we're watching Yeet, who knows how much boost he has, trying to go up for it, but DFAT's able to challenge it. Gets the double touch to throw it mid. Laggy going for the shot. Too Cool saving it. Stoobs coming in to clean it up, however, and that will be the second goal, falling to the Mythical Rejects, showing why they were not turned down at prom. Only by the favorable community.
Absolutely incredible from the Mythical Rejects. They are getting that goal. I mean, these players know where everyone will be at any given time. And, you know, when I'm looking at this Squeaky Clean team, the one player that I am looking and there may be pressure on is Yeet. He was the first round pick for this team. And, well, you got to see a little more out of that. A Rule 1, perhaps the first of the season. DFAT's going to score off of it, paying dividends. All 3 players, all with 1 goal. Massive.
There's a big goal too. Yeet trying to rush to get there, gets the demo, but not the ball. We love a Rule 1 though. All the respect for nobody breaking that. The kisses happening in the chat. Gotta love the respect and sportsmanship, but too cool. Getting a nice big bump off right there. Gonna give it to Vulcan, who will maintain control. Gonna try to get another one here. Bounce it to his teammate Yeet, who does win the 50 against Laggy, but defense up before anybody else. Gets turned away by Too Cool, however. The sub up you mentioned, and I wanted to get to, but then Laggy severely interrupted with his goal. But he's hanging in there. He's doing well for his sub up here, if I may say so.
Oh, absolutely. I think Too Cool is one of those players that can mesh really well given the competition around him, and I think he's got two of the smartest, one of the most mechanical players in TCS in Vulcan, but Yeet is a mastermind behind the ball. He knows where to be. His rotations are insane. He can play defense. He can play offense. He's looking for passes. You just need to, maybe incorporate Too Cool into that a little bit more. But 3-0 with just under 2 minutes to go. Squeaky Clean, they got to find something, because right now, the Rejects are playing dirty.
They are. Well, I think they want to find most at this moment. Would probably be a goal. But second place, very close, would be their own life on the field. They can't score or save it if they're not alive, but even if they are alive, making tough saves will be very difficult. Too Cool, all in man back, little boost, trying to get there on the front post, couldn't quite get his car on that ball, and that wheel bangerang down off that crossbar into the net. Fourth goal going to the Rejects.
Yeah, and you know what? Game 1, always the warm-up. Too Cool. He's got to see what he is up against. DFAT, Stoobs, Laggy. I mean, this is not a fun team to go against. Stoobs always headhunting the other team. Laggy, the mechanical mastermind. DFAT, he's filling in everywhere he is needed to be. This team doesn't have a lot of holes, but you really have to break them down and clean it all up, because right now, they're cleaning house!
They're rejecting this Squeaky Clean team off the field, just taking them out as if they are cleaning them up. So a little bit of puns going here and there. Works very well with these two team names, and what a play coming from Mythical Rejects, incorporating those demos in flawlessly to make it happen. And it seems with 1 minute remaining, it's going to be almost impossible, but it's first game. Things can happen. I don't want to ride a team out with so much time left, but it's a tall order.
Absolutely, and the pressure is still unrelenting. Mythical Rejects, they obviously don't need any more, but you want to make that first game, that first week stat line look pretty. And well, they're trying to do just that. Stu's bumping his teammates, gonna let Yeet get a pass down, but again, nobody's there. I feel like that's been the biggest problem for Squeaky Clean right now. What an angle, Vulcan!
A beautiful angle from Vulcan indeed, receiving that pass that came across. And it was incredibly unfortunate nobody was there, and that's not quite accurate because Too Cool actually did have the perfect placement. He just didn't realize that ball would actually make it to him. I think he pulled off just a little bit too early, which is unfortunate, but Yeet, so close to trying to get a second one here. Cannot quite do it. Too Cool spawning, gets the ball past the 50. It's in the other corner. Too little, too late for a comeback in game 1. But like you said, game 1's oftentimes a warm-up, Chris. We have seen plenty of times where a team got down by a lot in game 1, then just came back and dominated. So we'll see if the Squeaky Clean team can do that. But Mythical Rejects are looking pretty powerful right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Too Cool's got the adjustment period. Even though Too Cool's on the top of the scoreboard right now, 4 saves for the man. He is holding down the defense. I mean, 8 ping. Why, how could you not? But that is still an impressive stat line. He is keeping them in it despite the pressure. I mean, 12 shots on net compared to the 6 of Squeaky Clean. They're, doubling what the pressure is coming out from Squeaky Clean. And I think, honestly, they just got to put a little more trust in that midfield. So many passes went to the midfield line, but they just did not have anything else after that. And if they're able to just commit a little bit more, I know sometimes it can be scary, but just given how much that ball is just bounced in the midfield and went across to the side, just gotta be there. They can capitalize so much off of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they gotta get with a team that's taking each other out like this too. It's gonna be very hard to rely on those team plays, but that just means that the speed of it is going to be even more crucial, or a little bit of aggressiveness themselves, just bang it around, get the ball around the demo attempts, then just go for your play. Or we know Too Cool likes to go for demos and bumps. Might not be as adept at it as Stoops, as we were talking about earlier, but we know he likes to get them. I don't want to say he has to be relegated to that, Chris, but it's an idea. They don't have to be the only team dying on the field.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, you know, there's never, I will not say this, don't take this with a grain of salt, there's never a bad time to demo. I mean, obviously, you don't want to put yourself out of position too much, but
Ooh.
if you're able to pick apart them, why not? And Vulcan, he's going to strike first for Squeaky Clean.
What a beautiful touch by Vulcan too. Laggy just sitting there like a this is a free one. Then all of a sudden, Mr. Nobody coming out saying, I'm everybody, getting that nice little redirect touch there. Yeet gonna try to push Laggy here, let them get control, and well, it was very successful. Laggy did not get control. However, DFAT will clear it to the corner. Misses the ball, but is bailed out by Stoops, who much rather be on offense than sitting in the corner anyway, so that works out in his favor. Laggy will not be able to score that past Vulcan. Yeet trying to race down Vulcan in the right position. That ball is pinched with such speed, Chris. He just could not get to it and react in time. Get that old man reaction time like me.
It is a generation growing up, and you know what? It's a lot of Rocket League as well, just to stay focused on for as long as a majority of these players have played it for. But no, I mean, we wanted to see the differences in Squeaky Clean, and the one thing that stands true is that Mythical Rejects have no fear. DFAT right through Yeet, and he has no problem putting that in.
Yeah, and that comes to having this complete trust in A, yourself, of what you can do, but B, your teammates knowing that you can just dive into that 50 on the goal line, which we have seen plenty of 50s go complete opposite direction and just pitch into your own net. He knows he can trust to go in that because his teammates will be there rotating like they should, doing everything they need to do. However, doing what you need to do is Yeet throwing that from the midfield, giving Squeaky Clean their second goal off of a little bit of a miss there by DFAT. A little bit of a miss, I might say. Vulcan trying to make sure he can box him out. That is a well done counterattack.
Absolutely, and you know, Squeaky Clean catching the rejects on going a little wide on their rotations, and well, that is one issue when you got players like Stoobs and DFAT and Laggy, is that they're all prioritizing the 100 boost, you know, to go for the demos as much as Stoobs can and the mechanical plays Laggy can pull off. They are requiring a lot of boost, so you take it out of them, you can force them off to the sides. It's gonna hurt their game plan in general. So, you know, taking a quick shot right down the center of the field, it's never going to be a bad thing. You can catch them off like they did there, but, I mean, you know, rinse and repeat it. They're getting beat on the defense now, and there's no touch there. DFAT's low on boost. He's got to make one touch, but it's Yeet up for it. Shot, top corner is saved.
That was looking so beautiful for a second there, but you did have Laggy in that rotation back. That's always a thing to rely upon, but Yeet throwing that down, try to connect with Too Cool. Laggy not having any of that. DFAT trying to carry it and gets the boost. Will get the ball to his teammate and now going for the shot. A little bit wide, but it was made sure of by Squeaky Clean. Yeet going to go for that pitch. Laggy having none of that shenanigans. Stoops popping that up, but Vulcan will be the first one to do it. Can't get much on it though. This ball is floating a little bit dangerous for a second there, I would say, for Squeaky Clean, because they weren't doing much with the ball, but they were slowly draining the boost. They did clear it out, Chris. Crisis averted, lead maintained.
Absolutely. Mythical Rejects. They are doing way better, and obviously, you know, the adjustment period has seemed to settle in. They know where to go from here. Vulcan on the double just can't get it through. Too Cool against Laggy. Gets a 50 in field. Stoobs waiting, but Vulcan beats him to the punch. Laggy trying for something again. Finds DFAT, but a fake comes through. Vulcan has to make a save. And the shot right downfield. Tuchel on the demo. He fakes one. Vulcan trying to get back to 50. Not there. Good play from Tuchel trying to get to it. Unfortunately, no one able to back it up. And Rejects, I mean, they've got the offensive firepower now. They are feeling it. They're hungry. It's just a matter of converting even more because their chances are definitely growing. The demos come through. Yeet downfield. Vulcan off the sidewall is going to fake it. Get Laggy out of the play. Yeet to the back wall. Around one. The crash is good. And that's 2-goal lead for the Rejects. Or for Squeaky Clean.
I gotta ask for clarification, Chris. Did you say that Mythical Rejects was having the offensive pressure mounting, that they were the ones pushing it? Because it looked like 2 demos coming straight out of Squeaky Clean, and then them pushing the offense, and let me see Tuchel go for another demo there. They're definitely upping the ante of the aggression, definitely trying to make it where it's not just a one-sided slaughter fest, and it is really paying dividends. Tuchel really making a big step up. Okay, I was hoping to get that pump up. A big step up play for his team, and can only be proud for the guy because he is the MVP for his team last game. He don't have the most points this time, but his saves of his very crucial, and what he's been doing to create those opportunities, Chris, absolutely just essential for his team.
Oh, absolutely, and you know,
Essential.
Tuchel, like I said, he's playing out of his mind right now. He's got 2 of the greatest players in TCS to back him up. How could you not ride the success off of that? And, well, 2-goal lead coming down to the final 10 seconds. Squeaky Clean. Definitely not out of the series, and they prove that here. But the communication, the passing, all better right now. Tuchel, he's looking for one more, but not able to get it. The ball will touch down, and that is a tied series, Galloway.
Indeed, it looks like we could easily go to a game 5 with how things are going right now. I'm not entirely sure. We do have some playful banter in this chat, which is to be expected if you know these players. But really, truly, Squeaky Clean started really stepping it up, and I think the biggest difference maker was just the aggression coming out from Squeaky Clean. They did feel like they started playing a little bit faster, but they started trusting each other to make things happen more. You could definitely tell there was communication that came out from them from game 1 to this game 2. You could tell it in how they played, how they felt, how they moved on the field. And I really think they actually incorporated that Tuchel factor a little bit better this time, Chris.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the demos coming through, the passing. I mean, Tuchel, he's mostly getting put in the defensive spot, which I don't hate, especially against this Mythical Rejects team. The Rejects will thrive on their offense. If they can lock you in your own half, there's no getting out. These guys will just keep sending the house and breaking you down bit by bit. You gotta force them on the back line, and when you got players like Yeet and Vulcan taking the charge, keeping them in their own half, they're limited. They can't do anything at that point, and Tuchel, all he needs to do is not overcommit, and honestly, this team is a recipe for success. And, well, Game 3 underway. We will see who can go to match point and who will have to try to push it to 5, but only time will tell.
Indeed, whenever the fresh 5 gets in the field, everything, well, not quite everything, because momentum is a huge thing, and momentum is still carrying along with this Squeaky Clean team. Tuchel winning out a big play in the midfield, winning out a beautiful shot there that got stolen from him by Vulcan, but I do not blame Vulcan for going to hit that corner. It looked like it might have bounced out. Tuchel absolutely popping off, and man, I can't keep on. I don't want to feel like I'm at a Krispy Kreme with the hot sign now. That's how much it feels like I'm glazing the guy. But Tuchel with a big bump there on the last defender, but DFAT did recover, which is what you want to see and how you expect to see DFAT play. I really feel like if Squeaky Clean, Chris, can avoid getting scored on here and score the next goal first, that would be huge.
Oh, absolutely. They are setting the pace of the game. It is not, we're playing to you, you're playing to us. And right now, the boost starvation everywhere on the field is disastrous for the Rejects. Vulcan's got another one off of the pass from Yeet.
Absolutely beautiful aggression. Just the boost steals, just the bumping, just the passing, moving the ball around. It's what you want to see. It's what you want to do. Get these players of this caliber on the Mythical Rejects to start spreading thin. And as we can see, it's a winning recipe for success right there. But not gonna cut them out yet. They got plenty of going for them. Plenty of things that we know that they can do well. However, that bump there, I think, really does encapsulate, Chris, just the mentality shift that came from this Squeaky Clean team.
I know it's a mouthful for some of these teams. I shortened Mythical Rejects to Rejects. Squeaky Clean. Well, they could just be Squeaky, but Vulcan. He's been everywhere for his team on the offense, making the plays. Right now, Rejects, they're really just having struggle pushing the ball out of the midfield, getting it past that and playing the offensive third. They don't have the firepower, but right here is a great opportunity. 2 players low on boost. Stoobs, take a shot. Beautiful 50. Vulcan finds Tuchel. Back to Vulcan. No boost to get around it, but a play nonetheless. Stoobs trying to fake it. Yeet comes through. No boost. He's still trying. The angle is good, but a little off target. DFAT all the way downfield, but both these teams, they're getting closer and closer, and, well, the Rejects breaking out of their half more can only mean trouble for Squeaky Clean.
Indeed, you don't want to get stuck in a defensive loop, and they did not. They broke out of it, were able to get down into the other half, but here comes DFAT getting the save, getting the clear. Vulcan's going to have to tap off the backboard, but does get the double. Will grab the boost, but can't turn on it, but, you know, he doesn't really need to. DFAT goes by it, wins the 50 there. Vulcan going to go for a double here.
Oh,
gets the double. It's going to slide itself in, and DFAT can't touch it, but DFAT's able to touch it, Chris. What a save.
Absolutely great, but they're not out of the gate yet. Yeet lying in wait off the pass from Too Cool. It's a little touchdown. DFAT maybe thinking it was going to be a little harder, but no. Soft and easy into the midfield. 2 minutes to go. Squeaky Clean unmatched right now after game 1.
Unmatched indeed. They figured it out, and it is just nothing but the gravy train right now, brother. However, DFAT getting a demo on Too Cool. Their star player at this moment, I think, is undoubted. No, I'm just I won't tease you, but they're all playing well. That's a great team. That said, Yeet's going to try to make it happen. Laggy's going to 50 it. DFAT's going to get 50. Laggy's 50 in again with Yeet, who's just being a miss in that spot with no boost. Going to have to eventually back off. Stoops trying to clear it, but just out to back down. Laggy will try to collect it, but Yeet's going to be there. And man, that was so close to Too Cool being in the right position. And that's really another thing is Squeaky Clean. One of the things they've really changed up is just not just the speed and aggression, but they were everywhere where they need to be.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it feels like every touch that the Rejects try to make is just met by someone waiting. Not even just challenging. They're just waiting for their touch to go a little bit too hard. It just gets away from them. It's like that perfect sweet spot where you can't dribble it, but you also can't make it back to the ball. And I think that's really what's hurting the Rejects right now. Laggy Puppy trying for that angle, but doesn't get it. And just going down to 30 seconds left. Mythical Rejects. I think they just need to get a little more control of the ball going into it because, well, they're going to be put on match point, but not in the good way.
Indeed, they're getting to that match point, not how they wanted to. I think that's a very underrated statement. But, you know, sometimes there's not much you can do about it. You hate how it gets there. But now at this point, everything's on the line for them. They got to start bringing it out. Communication will be key. I feel like this Squeaky Clean team has definitely adapted, has definitely got a game plan set in motion now, and they don't see any reason to change it up. Mythical, we're yet to really seeing them change or adapt. It seems like at this point from the beginning, they kind of just kept floundering around, just really could not grab much of a momentum. I mean, we saw where they got some shots here and there, but they made almost as many. Well, I don't know the math now. Math ain't getting to where I'm about to say as many saves as shots, but it's a scary thought, Chris. Looking at the shots coming from Squeaky Clean versus the save from Mythical, they've got to step it up and not give them as many shots,
Yeah.
or else they'll just be in this position until game over.
Yeah, they have to, one, get the boost under control. They have to get just some pressure in the opposition's half. The opportunities are way too far in between. You know, Stoobs, he didn't have the demo play like he did in the first game. DFAT hasn't been able to get there. And I think a lot of the credit to this as well is that Squeaky Clean are doing a really good job of isolating Laggy from the play. Laggy is a very crucial player in this team, and, well, taken out of the play, you know, it ruins a whole lot of it. He is your firepower. He is the one getting around the other team, and he does it here!
You were saying about him, he's a firepower, an opportunity creator. One touch, two touch, and then the third one, crossbar down ski doodles. Yeet not able to get there in time. The man being an absolute menace in the air in front of that net, controlling it as he wants. Squeaky Clean hadn't had a chance to start clearing him out of the position yet, clearing him away from the ball or keeping him off the field. Oh man, that's just a dirty first goal, and you know, really they need that swagger back from game one, and that right there would be a good way to get back.
Oh yeah, and I mean, that just exemplifies what Laggy is capable of doing, and that is why he has been isolated so much in this series. And he goes for the demo here! Laggy doing the work to put them 2 goals up, and we're not even a minute in.
Not even a minute in, D. Laggy, you could just see nothing on his brain at all once the play started to unfold, and he knew what he needed to do, and my Laggy, he did it. Fast one try to take this. Now look at the flip. Yeah, I really took that one from Angel. That was a good one.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what Squeaky Clean can come up with, trying to fight the adversity. I mean, backs against the wall, Mythical Rejects. This is the best start you could have when going down 2-1 in the series. And they're able to get it back here. That's a great beat. That's a dangerous ball. Laggy doesn't have the read. DFAT's coming in for the shot. A floater on net. Yeet. He'll send it away, and Stoobs, he's waiting on the sidewall, but loses that 50. Laggy, not a lot of boost. Vulcan, he's just sending it on that one. DFAT, great touch, too cool. Last man back. Laggy, he's going for the bump. DFAT just to put it on net, but can't do it. Stoobs will, and that is a 3-0 now. Mythical Rejects back in form.
Indeed, they got that aggression back in them. They got that fire back in them, because you could tell game 3 was them feeling lackluster. This one here, not at all. They came back out with the confidence they had in game 1, but not just the confidence, but the fire that came along with it. Stoobs going to try to get past the Laggy, who's flopping like a quiche, but you know, part of the plan, I'm sure. Jump it down in the corner, pick gonna leave it wide open, and misplay coming out of the Rejects will stop the momentum that they worked hard to build up. And just like that, Chris, the door's been opened, and Squeaky Clean, they marched right on in. Is this the turnaround?
I mean, if they make mistakes like that, how could it not be? That was, you know, back post rotation, guys. That's 101 of Rocket League, but it doesn't mean too much. They've got themselves a nice buffer to work with, but, you know, so much time on the clock. You can't let easy things like that go, especially when you just saw how Squeaky Clean can play when they have control of the field. So, you know, stop it now before it gets out of hand. Laggy Puppy on that beat. He has DFAT on the side, but no boost. Commits to that one. Stoobs last man going for this one. Trying to get it middle for Laggy, but can't do so. Vulcan downfield. Pop up high. Yeet. He's going to make a touch and beat 2 off of it. It's a very good opportunity if they could get it out of the corner. Yeet 50s that one infield. Too cool. It's just going to wait it out. The passing very good from the rejects to get it out, but they're not free yet. Laggy, that boom and clear will do it.
It will, and this is going to be a little bit risky. Never mind. Vulcan does get the hole in the armor to clear this back out to buy some time for a team to respawn, reset. That's going to be a demo on Vulcan. Too cool misses his demo. Stoops will clear this out from Yeet. He's now going to be on load, trying to rush back. Vulcan's going to go up, gets the save and the clear. Gets the double to keep it away from Mythical. Can he get there in time? He cannot. Laggy does beat him out. The Too Cool beating Laggy. That's going to be a pass to Yeet, but Yeet barely getting behind the ball as D-Fat beats him. A little bit of a motivational bump from Yeet to Too Cool, saying, hey, we got this, buddy. Look at our teammate go. He's got this. And sure enough, Vulcan beats out all three, gets it above them all. What a way to score the second goal.
Vulcan doing Vulcan things, bringing them within one, going down to the final 90, and a quick shot from Laggy. He turns it away, but that is what you want. That is your star caliber player right there when you need him most. D-Fat right off the post. Picture perfect. They're gonna increase the lead, and boy, do they need it.
Indeed, Squeaky Clean was starting to feel themselves, but that would be a great way to try to stop any kind of momentum to stymie it. But minute 23, Chris, we have seen plenty of times for teams to just come, well, mistouches or misplays without that. Not going to really help, but we've seen plenty of times where teams have come back with this amount of time and just dominated. I said that earlier in the series. I need to find a new phrase, but that one's getting overused. Some would say that it's starting to rub raw. It's no longer squeaky. Squeaky clean. Oh, that was terrible. Look at that rocket ball is happening.
Final minute is underway. Laggy, not a lot of boost. Looked like he was getting harassed by Yeet there, but will get out of that one free. D-Fat gets it by Vulcan. Another opportunity and a little more insurance. Never heard. Another great pass infield. Stoobs not committing though. Maybe was looking for a demo, hoping that D-Fat had the angle on it. But now this corner, all kinds of crazy. Vulcan can't get the shot on. D-Fat running interference, who has had a great game here for his team. Trying to get them to that game 5. Very few teams have made it there so far. I believe the last one was a reverse sweep. Well, we don't have that situation here. Everybody loves a good game 5, and Galloway. Get Champions Field warmed up, cut the grass, fill the stands. I believe we're taking a trip there.
I believe we are, but Vulcan's going to be taking one with them along the way. Unfortunately, it will not carry over. But he carried himself a little keepsake, if you will, from this game 4. He just said, you know what? I'm taking my ball. I'm going home to the locker room. And what a good way to end that one. A good way to end any kind of momentum built. Although I'm sure Mythical Rejects are feeling high off that win. That's still a great way to carry yourself over into the next one if you're Squeaky Clean. Vulcan getting his hat trick off that one, Chris. And we've seen what Mythical's going to do. They've gotten back confident and being aggressive. They're no longer giving Squeaky Clean the chances to take them out of the play or to leave them out of the play. In the case of Laggy, Squeaky's going to have to readjust just a little bit here or there. I think they did so towards the end, but it was a little too late. Mythical's going to see that going into game 5. We got to see if they can maintain it.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, the one thing that stands out to me when I see that scoreboard is Too Cool. He hasn't been as involved, and I believe the more you can involve him, get him comfortable in the rotation, the better it will be. But Vulcan, the only one able to register a shot on net. 3 for 5, very good, but still, the Yeet Too Cool not able to get as involved in plays. But I think that's mostly due to the rejects and how they were able to control that field. I said it, once they lock you into your half, it is incredibly hard to break through. So, can Mythical Rejects pull off that kind of pressure yet again in Game 5? This is where it matters. Every other game, why did we even play them when only one will settle it? Who knows? But we're gonna find out which one's the better one.
We had to do so because nobody likes ones, Chris. Whether it's ones in Rocket League or best of ones in the series, nobody likes them. They only like the ones plays where they can clip. That's gonna be a bump to make that ball go in. Vulcan getting the goal, but man, credit that one to Yeet making that one happen.
Oh, yeah.
Bumping Stoops right out of the way. Stoops hates being on defense, and you know what? I don't blame him in that kind of scenario. And just a quick revisit to something you said during the intermission. We've talked about them keeping Laggy out of the play, but then you said right there that we need to get back to get Too Cool back into the play. Maybe that's Mythical's strategy. They're keeping Laggy, their best player, out of the way. Maybe they're keeping the best player of Too Cool out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely the factors. Ooh. Right now, what a pass, but not on net. The angle was blocked, but Yeet, he still gets it through unscathed, and that's a huge misplay on the goal line. Vulcan gets one for free.
One for free indeed. Good job not recovering. He wasn't in the situation of free fall. He was in control the entire way there. Said, hey, I'm going to plop my car down right here in case it's a bad touch. There was not even a little bit of a tweaking going on in front of his car. He was just poised, calm, ready for it. Just plopped down, saw the ball. Oh, okay. I'm just going to get this free one. Sure enough, he shot it. Pulling off what the old Galloway can't do it, hitting that open net. But it's only 2 goals, Chris. And it's only been 1 minute. That means there's still 4 minutes remaining, and that's not a big safety net to be secure from this Mythical Rejects team.
Oh, absolutely not. You are not safe at 4 minutes. Even most of the time, you're not safe at 2 minutes. You're not safe at 1 minute if given the circumstances. This is a game where every single second something can change. We've seen, you know, comebacks in RLCS where it's 2 goals down, 3 seconds on the clock, and a team ends up winning that. It can never be too safe in Rocket League. I mean, like a 5-0 of, you know, insurance plan definitely helps, but we'll have to see. Laggy just takes a shot at net, 2 jump for it. Vulcan out to the corner, though. Laggy still trying to get it in field. No power on that one. Too Cool is going to take over. Stoobs keeping this one in. The pass in field, but defense gets beat, and Laggy's too far forward, and it's another goal. Vulcan on the hat trick.
Indeed, and not that made any difference because Laggy had no way of getting back in time, but Too Cool diving his car in there to take the death to slow down the rush back. Gotta love that awareness from him also. But a great clear and play that was from Vulcan and Yeet. Make it that sniper happen from one goal line to the next. And man, this really has shifted back in the favor of Squeaky Clean. They're getting very aggressive, getting very frisky on the field. Vulcan beating out 2 people there. Going to make this a little bit awkward for Stoops, who does not be on defense. However, Vulcan did run out of boost, couldn't control the descent like he wanted to. A little bit of a bail out for him. Oh, that's going to be a great dunk, but just a little bit off.
Oh, yeah, and I believe Laggy, we may have a disconnect in the midfield, so we'll see what's going on there.
Ooh, his ping is flashing. He's getting DDoS, Chris. Dang it, Too Cool. How could you?
Well, we're going to hope to see. We are testing things with the new admin feature given to the game, so we'll have to maybe see what works, what doesn't. I don't want to have to pause it for every single player whose ping is spiking because, well, I know for me at least that happens almost 100 times a game, so... You know,
Spectrum.
It's not even Spectrum. It's Hillbilly Ohio Internet is what we'll call it. Not sponsored, by the way.
Yet.
Oh, wait, we got a good breakaway. Oh, so close.
Oh, not with Vulcan there. Vulcan there, reading it. Shadow defense to play it smoothly, but going for the demo. Couldn't go. It's a little bit high. Yeet getting the save. Vulcan not going to challenge it. A big 50. Stoop will win it. Not going to win another one, but can't. Yeet, Vulcan clearing it out. Gonna get that boost. Okay, underneath it, gets around the other defender. Gonna take it up the wall, but it's kind of run out of boost. Does win that 50 as well. Too Cool trying to get there in time to put it on target, or at least in the realm of being on target. That's a big 50, but will be cleared away. That shot was a little bit not squeaky clean. It should have gone in. But the rebound will go in the favor, Chris, of the rejects. Stoops getting the first goal with 1:06 remaining. We're back in the territory, except reverse this time of the beginning. 2 goals, 1 minute for the squeaky clean. Now it just needs to be 2 goals in the other direction.
Yeah, and, you know, a quick kickoff goal here could change everything. Stoobs, he's going to put that one high. Yeet, forced out. Dropped infield. Laggy's there, but he's stuffed by Too Cool. Stoobs, no boost. Vulcan going to do it himself. It's downfield. DFAT touch into the corner. And Too Cool's going to grab that boost. Laggy having to work on pads now. Stoobs, long clear downfield, but they need control. That's a big dunk coming through. Vulcan misses. Stoobs almost getting in the way, but Laggy puts it right over his teammate. We're within 1.
Thank God for the flat cars. Am I right? Stoops able to see Laggy just in time to get out of the way. And I'm sorry, Laggy being typical Laggy in the chat. Sorry, I had to laugh at that one. But
Ooh.
Vulcan almost making it happen. The shot him up, but couldn't quite get it under control. Too Cool. Playing it in the corner. Gets the demo, but nobody's there from his team to take advantage of the opportunity that was given to him for the break.
Oh my God!
And Laggy's coming in there. We got a tied game. 24 seconds remaining, Chris. It is doggy dog world. Winner takes all, and we're about to come to a close. Do we have OT or do we not?
Oh my goodness, DFAT, the pass, the pinch, so perfect. Laggy, no boost left in the tank to get that one as well, but he had it red all day long. It's 3-3 with 15 on the clock. Please, no catastrophic error this time around. We get overtime game 5. I think we've completed everything we could in week 1 for series results. But these teams, they're not out of it quite yet. Stoops drops in overtime game 5.
We got game 5. Ooh, that's going to be dangerous here for Squeaky Clean. Got Stoops up in the air, but he ran out of boost. Vulcan will try to take it into the air. Gets it past one with the flip reset. That's a beautiful back wall. Too Cool, unable to keep it down through being contested. Yeet now going to try to make it happen. Gets it past one, but Laggy's backing up, putting that car reverse. Will get the ball. Yeet gets bumped off of it. Laggy still recovers and gets the touch on it. Big jump by Vulcan. Thankfully for Squeaky Clean, he was able to get a piece of it. Too Cool is going to try to bump DFAT, but got nothing in the tank. Squeaky Clean trying to make it happen. Vulcan keeping the pressure up. Chris, this is absolutely intense of an OT.
Yeah, and if there is anyone I want to score to win this right now, it would have to be either Too Cool or Laggy. Both these players have been so pivotal for either team. It is only right that they ended. Vulcan's got a flip reset. No more boost. Laggy drops it to the corner. DFAT, he's around one more, but Yeet isn't going to let that happen. Laggy, a full tank of boost and the entire field to work with. Too Cool. It's going to force him wide. Vulcan is going to take over now. Ball high in the air. It's just DFAT in net. Laggy playing the back wall. Great save there. Stoobs, another ball high. Yeet buying time for his teammates to recover. No more boost. Tries to get a clear out, but it's only met by DFAT, who gets another one into the corner. Too Cool. He's got to make this touch. He drops it right down. Laggy in the position where you know he doesn't want to be. In the corner, high with it. DFAT infield. Too Cool. He needs to make the touch, and he does.
Dude's trying to get back on defense now. As Vulcan's going to carry it. It's going to be a shot on target. DFAT will get the save. Too Cool.
It's wide open!
It's wide open. There's no way in the world the DFAT misses this. And at the 2 minutes on the dot, Mythical Rejects is denying Squeaky Clean's claim to be Squeaky Clean in this series. We have your winner. It is Mythical Rejects in a game 5 OT. Chris with a K. What a series.
Absolutely phenomenal series coming out. That was back and forth all throughout it. I mean, even games 2 and 3, you surely thought Squeaky Clean could run away with it. but you can never count them out, Galloway. They were through it. They were down 3 goals in Game 5. Bring it back. 2 minutes of overtime, and they do it here. Absolutely great. You know, on the podcast Friday, we said that this this Mythical Rejects team, this would be the team to lose out in the first 3 weeks before the major and then beat the best team. Well, hey, they came up. They are here to play, and I cannot say, wow, what a season are we in for. All these teams playing phenomenal.
Absolutely, and like I said, I need to go back to watch some of them, but if this is any kind of indicator for how it's been, I am looking forward to every cast going forward, watching this gameplay, watching just these teams and franchises in general. What a back and forth that was. Mythical Rejects coming out, dominating game 1. Squeaky Clean coming in there, just putting an absolute kibosh to it in games 2 and 3, putting the heat on the Rejects. But thankfully, Chris, Mythical Rejects, it's just like popcorn. You put the heat on them, they rise to the occasion, they pop up, and they pop off. And what a series that was. Hats off to everybody, especially Too Cool playing up. But the Fedora tips to Mythical Rejects.
Absolutely, and that is a great way to end off week 1. Week 2 coming back to you this weekend. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank